Hello. Okay, so let's get started from here. So we done with DDL commands. So the commands we see, data types we completed, constraints also get complete, and operators also got completed. Okay, so we'll see about the classes in Oracle today. So what's the use of classes? What type of classes we have? See, we already use some of the classes in this list of classes. Okay, select class. Okay. See, if you want to write any query, so we'll use select star from table name, right? This is the simple minimum SQL query. So if you want to write any query with select query, okay. So these two are the important classes in this. So if you don't have, if you want to write any, if you want to retrieve the data from the table, we'll use the select statement. Okay, so we can call it as a select statement or we can call it as a select class. Okay, so if we use the select statement, inside that you may have the multiple tables, you may have the lot of classes. So these are all the classes from class, where class, group by. Select statement annappudu. So it may contain all these statements. Okay, so whereas if you are calling with a select class, so meaning, so this is the statement only, we can call it as a select class till the from class, till the from class. Okay, so here we are using like a star, right? So if I use the star, so what's the meaning of this? So whatever the table you are using in the from class, if you have 100 columns, it take all the columns. If you have only one column, it take only one column. It displays all the column names in the star place. If you mention like this as a star, so the system will take it as a, so copy this. So the system can understand if you mention like star, it can display like this. Okay. Now if you don't want to use all the columns, so I need only few columns. So in such place, we'll use whatever the columns is required for us, that columns I will mention in the select list. Okay, so select is the class which is used to retrieve the columns data from the tables. Okay, and from is the another class which will help you to retrieve the data. From which table I need to retrieve the data. Okay, that you need to mention in this place. So మీరు ఏ టేబుల్ నుంచి అయితే డేటా రిట్రీవ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారో, so that table you need to mention in the from class. Okay, so if you mention DPT, see it is giving the error because the salary column is not available in the DEPT table. So describe this table. Okay, there is no salary column in this select list. Sorry, in the table column list. Okay, now see, now here, if I mention like a EMP. Okay, so these two classes for any query is important. So if you don't have these two classes, you cannot able to write any query. అంటే select statement అనేది నువ్వు రాస్తున్నావు అంటే these two classes are the mandatory classes. Okay, the rest of other classes is optional. మీరు మిగిలిన క్లాసెస్ రాసినా రాయకున్నా the query can execute. So you already seeing these things without writing any other classes, you are able to execute the query. Okay, if you miss either of this class, if you miss either of this class, now I miss the from class, it gives the error from keyword not found. From keyword not found where expected. So నేను from keyword ని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తా అంటే అక్కడ మీరు ఇవ్వట్లేదు అని చెప్పి చెప్తుంది, రైట్? Now Now it is executing if I mention that. Now see, if I'm remove this select class, now see it is showing unknown command. So what's the meaning of EMP number? What's the meaning of this all things? Okay, so you cannot able to, if you mention the star also. If you mention a star also, it give unknown command error. Okay, so if you want to write any query, any select statement in the Oracle, so you must and should use these two classes, select and from class. Without two classes, without these two classes, we cannot able to write any query. Okay, so if you miss the from class, it give the error from keyword not found. Okay, if you miss the select query, it give the error missing the unknown command. Okay, so till now clear, right? Now I need to display the data. So who is getting the less salary? That person need to be displayed on the first. Who is getting the highest salary? That person's need to be displayed as the last. So here we are using EMP table, right? So we are creating the table. So actually we have three types of tables. Okay, so table types. So one, so default what we are using the table, it's a heap table. Heap table. Maybe I already explained in the starting of the class, heap table and IoT table. I thought I already explained IoT. So the other one and the other one GTT we have, and we have external tables also. It's not the table, it's like a loader. Okay, see, we have heap table. Heap table is the default table which we are creating in the Oracle. As a PLSQL developer, you always create this table. So the table is a heap table. Okay, so okay, heap table. So heap table. So in the first in first, maybe if you insert the first record as a 7369, that will be in the first. ఎవరైతే ఫస్ట్ వచ్చారో సో హీ విల్ బి ద ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్. ఓకే, సో ఎవరో ఏంటి, సో రికమెండేషన్ తీసుకొని వచ్చి నేను ఫస్ట్ ఉండాలి అంటే అవదు ఇక్కడ. సో ఎవరు ఫస్ట్ వస్తే వాళ్ళే ఫస్ట్ ఉంటారు. ఓకే, సో యూ కెనాట్ ఏబుల్ టు చేంజ్ ది సీక్వెన్స్ ఆఫ్ దట్ పొజిషన్ ఆఫ్ ది రికార్డ్. సో ఎవరైతే ఫస్ట్ మనకి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసామో అదే రికార్డ్ ఫస్ట్ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, నౌ ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు, సో ఐ కెనాట్ ఏబుల్ టు చేంజ్ ది data for every time, right? And the table original data I am not able to change, but the results I can able to change. So based on the reservation or recommendation, I need to change the data. So who is getting the less salary, display the first employees as the first. Okay, అంటే ఎవరికైతే తక్కువ salary వస్తుందో అని display as the first employee. Okay, who is getting the highest salary, display as the last employee. Okay, so I want to showcase that the data like that. For that, I will use order by. So if we use like a salary, okay, so in ascending, so in the highest నుంచి low అంటే descending, low నుంచి highest కనుకున్నప్పుడు will use ascending. So I will use ACC, ASC. Okay, so now see who is getting like 800 is the first employee, 7369 Smith. Okay, 950 employee. So the earlier it was 950 in the last third one, right? Now if you see, now it is in the second position. 1100 is the third position in the current results. So 1100 is the fourth position, last to fourth one. from last. The fourth one is this. So you are able to sort this data. Okay. So if you see this data again from the original table, the data, original data never change. The original data will keep as is. Okay. The data is, we are showcasing this data. So on which format you are expecting. I'm showcasing this data in the result. So నేను just ఈ రిజల్ట్ చూపించేదాన్ని మట్టుకి చేంజ్ చేసి చూపిస్తున్నాను. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టచింగ్ విత్ ఒరిజినల్ డేటా which I showed in the table. అర్థమవుతుందా? So you cannot able to change this. See, my original data will keep as is. We won't touch that data. So we are using simply, we are sorting the data in the results. So whatever the results we are displaying on the screen, the results is sorting out. So everybody keep on mute until if you have any doubt, then only please unmute. Okay, so now we use this class order by salary ascending. If you want to make it as a descending, so use the DESC keyword, descending. Now see, highest employees came to the first, least employees came to the last. Okay, so order by class will help you to sort the results. Okay, if you mention like a salary, it sorted the data by using salary column. If you mention the department column, department number. So now see, highest, so 30, 20, 10. Okay, so we have three departments. I sorted all the 30th department. So the 30th employee, 30th department employees, I sorted it in the first position, 20th in this, 10 in the last. Again, so we have the caste wise, we separated the people. Again, I need to separate age wise. Now I separated all the population people by the caste wise. Now I need to sorted the data by highest age people to the lowest people. Okay, so in such place, now treat like as a department. So this department is having 6 people who joined as a first. I need to display that as a first employee. Who joined as the last, I need to display that. So the joining the date column is a, here we have as a higher date. We have as a higher date. Okay, so higher date is a meaning a joining date. Okay, so now use this comma. Okay, so hired date. So if you need lowest joining date, so ఎవడైతే first join అన్నాడో, so he may have the lowest joining date. Okay, so if you are see 81 20 Feb 81 he joined as the first employee. Okay, so who joined as the 30th department level 3rd December 81. So if you want to calculate the age of this employee, see, if you want to calculate the experience of this employee, okay, how can you calculate the experience for this employee? Now I need to calculate. So each employee age. So I said like if you want to calculate the system, if you want to display the current date in the Oracle, we'll use sysdate from dual, right? I said this function. Okay, so we'll use sysdate is the function. Sysdate is the function. So I said like when we are inserting the data in the date data type columns. So I already explained about the sysdate function. Okay, so sysdate from the dual, so which will give the what is the system is having the data. Okay, if you updated this computer date, the system date also get changed here. Okay, if you want to know the current date also, so you current date or current dates. Okay, this will give the current date. So what is your current date? Okay, but we'll depend on the system, not on any other things. Okay, we never use the current date function. So we use almost every time we'll use the sysdate function. Okay, so sysdate. Now see, if you want to calculate the years for that particular employee, okay, so what you will do? So if you have the employee table, so if you want to calculate the years, what you will do? సో నీ యొక్క ఏజ్ ని కనుక్కోవాలంటే నేను ఎలా కనుక్కుంటా నీ యొక్క ఏజ్?
Current date, previous date, previous date, current date.
What is the previous date?
Date of birth,
So current date minus date of birth. Okay, so how many days we are getting, so that we can take, and you will do the by 365, making as a year. So if you do that by 12, you will get the months also, right? So now we'll see, we have the higher date column, right? So if I use the so higher date minus sysdate. So you need to do sysdate minus higher date, because highest minus low we need to do. So if you do like this, you will get the negative values. So use like this, sysdate minus higher date, right? So we are getting the number of days from joining date to till date. Okay, so use the by 365. So you will get the every 365 days as a 1 year. Okay, 65. Okay, so everybody is joined like almost 40 years back. Okay, so one of the employees having only 39 years. Okay, so now I need to display the, I need to record like a hang actually. Okay, so we use now I need to display the experience for that particular employees. Okay, employee number, employee name, sysdate minus what we can say higher date. Date. Now we are getting number of days. Now if I want to calculate number of months, okay, so we'll use number of months కనుక్కోవాలంటే Number of months by 30. By 30. So you will get number of months. By 6 months. If you calculate year, if you want to calculate the year, so we'll use by 365. Okay, number of years. See, everybody joined like almost 41 years back. Okay, so if you want to do the calculations in this situation, so you may get these type of things actually. So if you want to calculate the age, or if you want to calculate the experience, okay, so if we will use this. Okay, so we have another function to simplify this work. We have another functions to simplify this work. Simply we'll use add underscore months function. If you want to know the months, add underscore, sorry, months underscore between, months underscore between, it give number of months. $499 months, but you are getting here 506 months. See in this place. The function it is okay, it is displaying like as a 499 months, but you are saying like a 506 months. So ఎందుకు it is displaying this like, right? So why it is displaying like this? So few months may have like a 28 days, few months may have 49, 29, few we have 30, 31. Okay, the months will be different, right? Every month we cannot say like it is a 30. Okay, so that's the reason you are getting the difference. The months underscore between function will do this all the checks and treat like it did. So we can discuss in the next functions concept. Okay, ఇదేంటంటే it give the correct, it consider like every month having January month is having 31, February is having like 28 or 29. So these are all things we'll handle in the months underscore between function. Okay, so this is the to calculate the age of this particular employee, right? So now we use this. So based on the age, I need to display the employees. Based on age, I need to display the employees. Now employee number, salary. So I don't need this all things, but I don't have this column in my table. So system lo na table lo I don't have this particular column, but I need to display. So who is having more experience, that person need to be displayed as the first. So in such place, we'll use this in the order by class. Order by. See, 39 years, who is having that less experience, he came to the first. If we use like descending, so it get the highest employee, highest age employee can win the dog. Okay, so sometimes we need to sort the data with derived columns. So this column may be present in your column list or not present in the column list, but you can sort this data. So now see, I'm commenting this. So I'm commenting this, meaning there is no value for this line. There is no value for this line. It's a single line comment. If you mention like a hyphen 2 times, the whole line is unused. If you run this query also, the line won't be executed. Okay, so now see, You don't have that data, but you are getting the data. Who is having the Smith is having the highest experience. Highest experience. You can check here. Smith is the first employee. Is having 41 years. Okay. Got it? Now we use this derived column in the order by class. So everything is fine. Now I need to sort the data. See, based on my commission. Based on my commission. Now the thing you can observe here, I'm removing this. Now see, so who is having commission? That all the employees came to the first. Who does not have the commission? That employees got in the down of or last of the లిస్ట్ రైట్. ఎవరికైతే శాలరీ వస్తుందో వాళ్ళేమో ఫస్ట్ ఉన్నారు, సరే కమిషన్ ఉందో వాళ్ళు ఫస్ట్ ఉన్నారు, లేని వాళ్ళంతా లాస్ట్ ఉన్నారు, రైట్. నౌ ఐ నీడ్ టు give the preference. So who is not having the commission, that people need to be in the first position. అర్థమవుతుంది. So who is having the commission, who is not having the commission అంటే ఎవరికైతే వాల్యూ ఉందో వాళ్ళు ఫస్ట్ కావాలి, ఎవరికైతే వాల్యూ లేదో వాళ్ళు లాస్ట్ కావాలి. దట్ యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు డిసైడ్, యూ కెన్ మెన్షన్ దట్. నౌ సి ఐ కెన్ మెన్షన్ commission, right? Simply I will use nulls last. It is in the last. It's already in the last. If you mention this last, it will be in the last. If you mention like a first, nulls first. See, now the data is came to the first and sorted in the. If I use in the descending. Sorry, you need to use this in this place. Now see, earlier we have the values 0 in this fourth position. I use 1400 is in the came to the last. Okay, so this is about the order by class. So you may use this nulls first, nulls last, at nulls first, nulls last. These functions you may use at the real time case. Okay, so you may get the situation where we need to give the preference for the null values, the null records, where we need to give the, sometimes we need to skip the null values. In such place, we'll use nulls first, nulls last. Okay, so this is about the order by class. Okay, clear? Okay, so we see about the where class. So we already see about the where class as well. Okay, so now I'm trying to mention the where class. I'm removing this nulls first and all these things. Not required actually, you need to remember. Okay, now I'm trying to mention the where salary is greater than 2000. Okay, now see, there is some sequence we need to follow here. So while using of the classes, we need to follow some sequence, because you can use this order by class at the last of the session. Order by class is the last option or last place we need to use. ఎందుకు order by class last లోనే యూజ్ చేయాలంటే, you are doing the lot of calculations, you are doing lot of operations in this place. Okay, మీకు ఏ డేటా వస్తుందో తెలీదు. So you are using lot of filters in this place using where class. Filters యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు if I use like order by salary descending అన్నాను అనుకో, సో సాలరీ 2000 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉన్న ఎంప్లాయీస్ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఇక్కడ డేటా సార్ట్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తారు, తప్పు. So for that reason, Oracle has provided the option, the sequence of these things. Okay, so order by class you need to give at the last of the session. Order by class you need to give the last of the query. Okay, now see the same thing now I'm mentioning in this place, order by commission. See, no one does not have less than the 2000 of salary. So all the 6 people is having greater than the 2000. Okay, till now clear? The where class is optional class. If you haven't provided this also, the query can execute. But if you miss the from class or select class, the query won't be executed. It gives the error from keyword not found. Okay, so meaning select class and from class, these two classes are the mandatory classes. Okay, so where class is optional. Order by class is also optional. Okay, so keep in mind. So select and from class both are the mandatory. Rest of all are the optional classes. మీకు అవసరం ఉంటే రాసుకోండి లేకపోతే లేదు. How the future. ఓకే సో ఫ్యూచర్ ఉంది నువ్వు యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే యూజ్ చేసుకో లేదంటే లేదు. ఓకే this is about the where class. So where class is used to filter the data. So I'm not saying like book definitions, I'm giving the theory, practical like examples here. Okay, so for that reason only I'm sending these documents. I already say these documents I got. Okay, so where class it is used to provide the conditions. ఎందుకు conditions provide చేస్తాం మనం to take the required data from the tables. So ఇప్పుడు EMP table we have a lot of employees, 14 employees we have, but I'm displaying only 6 employees. అంటే rest of 8 people ని నేను ignore చేస్తున్నా. I don't want those employees. That is actually net loss actually. Able to hear me?
Yes, yes, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are using like a where class. Okay, select star from table where salary greater than 2000, right? Now again I need to filter the data. In such place I will use and class and DPT number. So now I need to display only 20th department employees. Only 20th department employees. Will use department number equal to 20. Okay. Now again I need to sort this data. Like who is getting the highest salary as the first. Okay. Now see order by salary. Okay. Then descending. Now see 3000 is having the two people is having the 3000 same. Now I need to again give the and again I need to sort the data. Like so who is name is starting with the so name wise I need to sort it. Okay. So I will use order by okay, salary descending and e name. So who is having the Ford as the first? Ford is the first. Scott is the second. Jones is the last. It's wrong, right? See, here the salary has divided into two categories here. So 3000, which are the employees we have, that has been set it as a one group. Okay, 2975 is the another group. Okay, see now the data will get sorted in this way. So all the 3000 people will come to the first position. Okay, who are all in this 3000 salary that gets started by the name wise. That particular group only. So first మనకి 3000 సంబంధించిన ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఎవరు ఉన్నారో ఆ గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ ని స్టార్ట్ చేస్తుంది. తర్వాత it will go for the another group or another value. Okay, so that's the reason you are seeing the wrong data here. It's not the wrong, it's the correct data only. So you may treat like as a wrong. So if you give the order by e name and the salary, so salary wise descending this one. So now you will see Ford Jones cut, but the salary 3000 is came to the last for one employee. Okay, so this is about the order by class and where class. These two classes are the optional. Okay, till now clear, right? Till now clear. Okay, now okay, so we're done with where class and order by class. Now we are going to see about the distinct class. Distinct. Okay, distinct. So what's the use of distinct? Can you see here? Now I'm creating the table. If you want to create the dummy table, so what we will do? We want to copy the data from table 1 to table 2. What we need to do? Create table emp underscore dupe. So just I'm duplicate. I'm duplicating it. So that's why I'm mentioning this. Okay, and use the table. So whatever the table, whatever these query results we have, I'm making as a table for that. Okay, now I'm selecting the data from this. Select star from emp underscore 2. Right, we have 14 records. We don't have any duplicate record here. Now I'm trying to insert the duplicate data. Insert into emp underscore 2. సో నేను ఏం చేస్తున్నాను అంటే ఇప్పుడు నా దగ్గర ఈఎంపి డూప్ లో ఏదైతే డేటా ఉందో ఆ సేమ్ డేటాని మళ్ళీ అదే టేబుల్లోకి ఇన్సర్ట్ చేస్తాను. You may insert from EMP table as well. You can able to insert this. You can able to insert the table data itself into the same table. So you see the data got inserted. Now check this data. EMP underscore dope. How many records we have? Okay, 28. Now if I insert EMP underscore dope into this, now we'll get 58. Twenty-eight and 56 records you will get. 28 got inserted. Now check this. Right click on the results and count the rows. 56. Okay. Now we have a lot of duplicates in this now. We have 4 set of files. Instead of 1 record, we are maintaining 4 set of files. Use distinct keyword for distinct. See, we have how many rows we have? The total we have 56, but we are displaying as a unique records as a 14. Use the distinct class for that to remove the duplicates from the results. So if you want to remove the duplicates from the results, you are not deleting this permanently. In the results nunchi remove chestunam. Okay, till now here you may use unique keyword as well. Unique. Unique keyword as well, but we will use distinct one. But we will use distinct keyword because you may get confused with the constraints. Unique constraint. Okay, so okay, we'll use distinct class for this. Now I'm trying to give the order by class. Order by salary. Okay, I'm sorting now. Okay, you are able to sort that and you are displaying this thing. Right now, so instead of mentioning the column name, so I can able to mention the column position as well. Okay, so I want to sort the data using salary, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you mention like a sixth here, now you will get the same results. If you mention like a 5, the data is sorted with a higher date. Now see 17 December 80, Feb 81, 20 Feb, 22 Feb, then 2nd April. I said like the order by class works with actual column. The order by class works with number of the position of the column. మీరు ఏ పొజిషన్ లో మీ కాలం ఏ పొజిషన్ యొక్క కాలం మీరు మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ పొజిషన్ బేస్ చేసుకొని ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ మెన్షనింగ్ లైక్ 3 అన్నప్పుడు ఫ్రమ్ స్టార్టింగ్ కాలం నుంచి ఇట్ రీడ్ లైక్ యాజ్ ఏ ఫస్ట్ కాలం, సెకండ్ కాలం, థర్డ్ కాలం. దిస్ ఇస్ ది third column you are sorting. So if you use like a 3, it sort the data order by job. In case column position you need to count. There is no option for that. Except type of pictures type position. Okay. So this is about the order by class, where class, distinct class, and we'll see about group by. Okay, group by. Okay, so the group by class ఎక్కడ వర్క్ చేస్తారు మనకి. Okay, now we have this employees from EMP table నుంచి మనకి 14 employees ఉన్నాయి, right? Okay, now I need to group these employees. అంటే అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 14 ఎంప్లాయీస్ లో నుంచి ఎవరికైతే హైయెస్ట్ సాలరీ వస్తుంది, ఎవరికి లో సాలరీ వస్తుంది, యావరేజ్ సాలరీ ఎంత, ఎవరికైతే యావరేజ్ సాలరీ కన్నా ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది, అంటే ఇప్పుడు సి one of the employees having 800, so 800 is the least salary. This is not the average. So how we'll calculate the average? So number of values. So how many values? Sum of the total number divided by number of values, and తీసుకొని మనం average calculate చేస్తాం. అర్థమవుతుంది. So now, so if you want to calculate these things, so what we will do? Select. So 1, 2 ఉందనుకో. So if you want to calculate the average for this, so what is the average value for this? 1, 2 values ఉన్నాయి. Average ఎంత దీనికి? 1, 1.5. So we'll say 1 plus 2 is a total number, sum of total numbers divided by number of numbers. 1.5 is the average value, right? So use the same number of this, right? So if you want to calculate the average for this, okay, so now see, we'll calculate the average for the 10th department employees. The EPT number equals to 10. So because I cannot able to write like 12 employees, 14 employees information in రాయడం అది కష్టం అవుతుంది, అందు గురించనే. సో ఏం చేస్తున్నా నేను, సో యావరేజ్ సాలరీస్ ని మాన్యువల్ గా క్యాల్కులేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, మాన్యువల్ గా క్యాల్కులేట్ చేసి చూస్తున్నాను. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టోటల్లీ 2450 plus 5000 plus by 3. Now you are getting the value is 2916, right? And now I am trying to use simple function for this. Average of salary. Same you are getting, right? 2916. This is about the average. So if you want to sum this total salary, so use the sum function for that. If you want to know the maximum salary, who is having maximum? 5000 is the maximum. What is the least value? Minimum. Use 1300, you will get the 1300. Okay, now count also is one thing. So if you want to count the number of values, number of records, use the count function for that. 3. Okay, so these are all the functions. Okay, we'll get in the next session actually, but we'll complete in this session itself. For this, to understand this group by class, we need to understand these functions. This we can call it as a aggregate functions or group functions. వీటిని మనం గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అని కానీ అగ్రిగేట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అని కానీ పిలుస్తాం. ఓకే, సో few people may call it as aggregate, few people may call it as a aggregate and as well as group functions. Yeah. Now you are not looking for the if you have like 14 employees, you are treating like as all 14 as a group. Now I need to make it as a subgroups. Now we have the India is having like so AP is having 100 crore people, and 10 crore people say AP lo unnaranడి. Out of this 10 crore, if you are looking the whose age is the highest age అనుకో, so అందరినీ ఒకటే గ్రూప్ చూసుకున్నాను. Now I need to separate this category A అంటే caste wise separate చేయాలండి. OC లో హైయెస్ట్ సాలరీ, అసలు హైయెస్ట్ ఏజ్ ఉన్న పర్సన్ ఎవరు, least person ఎవరు, BC లో ఎవరు, ST లో ఎవరు, X లో ఎవరు, Y లో ఎవరు. So if you want to know this, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు, you are again dividing into one group into multiple groups or subgroups. You are dividing into multiple subgroups. So if you want to make it as a now, the EMP table is having the EMP table is having 14 employees. Okay, out of these 14 employees, I need to make it as a subgroups here. Instead of making as a 14 as a one group, I need to separate department wise. I need to make as a group. So what's the value I'm getting here? If I use select max of salary. So ఎవరికైతే maximum salary వస్తుందో నాకు కావాలి. సో maximum salary ఎవరికి వస్తుందో నాకు కావాలి. అప్పుడు ఎలా చూస్తాం మనం? So simply click in this. 800 is the least, 5000 is the max, right? We use 5000 you are getting, right? Now, if I use department wise, 10th department is having 3. Okay, so 5000 is the minimum in the, so maximum is the 5000 in the 10th department. Okay, 20th department is having maximum 3000. Okay, 30th department maximum it is having 2850, right? So now if you want to find out that information, so you are looking for the department wise maximum salary, right? So for that reason, I am mentioning the department column in this place. So if you want to, now I am using the group by function. It's a group function, this is. If you want to use this group function along with the non-group columns, అంటే ఇది group functions తోటి వాడే కాలం. ఓకే, ఆ గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్స్ తో కాకుండా నార్మల్ గా నువ్వు ఏదైనా కాలం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నావు అంటే సెలెక్ట్ లిస్ట్ లో యూ విల్ గెట్ ది ఎర్రర్. నాట్ ఏ సింగిల్ గ్రూప్ ఆర్ గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇది సింగిల్ కాదు, గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్ కాదు, ఏది ఇది. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఫంక్షన్ యూ నీడ్ టు మెన్షన్. సి గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్ కాదు. ఓకే, నాట్ ఏ సింగిల్ గ్రూప్ ఆర్ గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్. Okay, group function kaadu, group kaadu. Okay, now if you want to make it as a group for that, okay, we need to use this group by DPT number. Now see, now I make it as a non-grouped column as a group. So I make this non-grouped column as a group. Now group by department number. Okay, this is the advantage of this. Okay, while using the group by class or group functions, you need to be aware of this very clearly. Okay, now you are grouping this department wise, you are grouping this. Now I need to separate department wise and job wise also. I need to bifurcate the employees. Okay, so again I need to make it as a job in this case, job. Again I am getting the error, not a group expression. Okay, ఎందుకు ఇది వరకు not a group or group function అనొచ్చు, కానీ now you are using the group by class. So అందుకనే it is giving the another error, not a group by expression. Okay, so this column, whatever the columns you are mentioning in the select list, other than the group function, columns, this is the group function column. Okay, other than the group function column, non-grouping columns, you need to mention in the group by class. You need to mention in the group by class. Okay, now see, you get the different values. We have 10th department. So what are the distinct jobs we have? For every group, you will get the one value. A department lo, A cash lo, malli cash lo 10 to So 1 to 10 ఉన్న వాళ్ళని ఒక గ్రూపు, ఓకే, 11 నుంచి 20 ఏజ్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఒక గ్రూపు. సో యూ మే మెన్షన్ ఎనీ గ్రూప్స్. అర్థమవుతుంది. సో తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే, ఇప్పుడు ఇఫ్ సమ్మన్ ఈస్ డూయింగ్ ద హెల్ప్ ఫర్ సమ్ పర్సన్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఎక్స్పోజ్ దట్, యూ నీడ్ టు మెన్షన్ దట్ నేమ్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. అర్థమవుతుందా? మీరు ఎవరైతే షోకేస్ అవ్వాలి బయట, నేను నా గురించి తెలియాలనుకున్నప్పుడు యూ విల్ మెన్షన్ దిస్ లిస్ట్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్లేస్. ఇఫ్ ఐ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు expose that to the outside, in that place, if I remove this also, so now you may get this all the values, 9 values you will get, but related who helped to you this person. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎవడు దానికి వాడికి హెల్ప్ చేశాడు అనేది you cannot able to identify that. అర్థమవుతుందా? So for that reason only you will use the select columns. So whatever the things you mention in the group by class, that will mention in the select list. You may or may not all the grouped columns or grouped by class lo unna columns edaithe unnayo may or may not present in the select list. But what are the columns is present in the select list, that must and should be in that must and should be in the group by class. So group by class lo unna prati column job, okay. So you may or may not present in the all the columns in the grouping columns or group by columns edaithe unnayo, that may or may not present in the select list. But what are the columns is other than the group function in the select list, that all columns must and should be present in the group by class. Okay, you got it? So practice with this and we'll see about the having class now itself. Okay, so see, now we are using this. Okay, I'm removing this job also. Okay, now I'm trying to get this. Okay, now I need to who in which department. So now I'm like finding the every department, what is the maximum salary, I found it here, right? Now I need to filter the data. So on which department is getting more than 2,900 rupees. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఏ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో అయితే 2,900 కన్నా ఎక్కువ సాలరీ అంటే మాక్సిమం సాలరీ ఎవరికి ఉందో దట్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ నీడ్ టు బి డిస్ప్లేడ్. ఇన్ సచ్ ప్లేస్ నేను ఏం చేయాలి ఇప్పుడు? ఇఫ్ ఐ మెన్షన్ దిస్, where salary greater than 2,900, 5,300 అదేనా మనకు వచ్చింది? Okay, now I'm mentioning as a 900 అనుకో. Okay, so ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే, సో you are using salary greater than 9,900. Okay, కానీ మనం లుక్ చేసేది ఏంటి? Okay, see, for that better than we use sum of salary. Now I need to display on which department we are making the more payment. Okay, లేదు, which department we are making the payment greater than 9,000. అర్థమవుతుందా? For all the employees, for every department we are making some payment, but I need to look the who is on which department we are making greater than 9,000 rupees per month. Okay, in such place you cannot use this group greater than 900 now. Now see, you are getting all the values, but we are not expecting this. In such place we'll use sum of salary greater than 900 గా మనం 9000 అన్నాం. So mention this. We'll get the error. Group function is not allowed here. మీకు వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్స్ లో నుంచి యు ఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఫిల్టర్ సంథింగ్ యూజింగ్ గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్. యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు ఫిల్టర్ ద డేటా యూజింగ్ వేర్ క్లాస్, కానీ గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్ యూజ్ చేసుకొని ఫిల్టర్ చేయాలి ఇక్కడ. సో ఇన్ such place instead of this where class, use the having class for that. Having sum of salary greater than. So having class, so better, so manage with this having class at after the group by class. It's not mandatory. As a good coder, you need to maintain the sequence. So you may write like either of this first, but if you maintain like the query look like as a meaningful. Filter ఎప్పుడు జరుగుతుంది? If you want to spend something, if you earn something, you can able to spend later. నువ్వు ఎర్న్ చేయకుండానే స్పెండ్ చేయాలంటే ఎలా అవుతుంది? అవుతుంది కదా. ఫర్ దట్ రీజన్ సో ట్రై టు మెయింటైన్ విత్ గ్రూప్ బై క్లాస్, దెన్ having class. Okay, so this is about the group by and having class. Okay, so these are all the classes. These are all about the classes. Okay, so here important things you need to remember while using the group by class, you are working with the group function, or while you are working with group functions, you must and should use the group by classes. Both are interlinked. So మీరు వర్క్ చేస్తుంది గ్రూప్ ఫంక్షన్స్ తో కానీ గ్రూప్ బై క్లాస్ తో కానీ ఈ రెండింటికి కంపల్సరీ లింక్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఎనీ డౌట్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్ నౌ. I done with everything in these classes. I provided important things here. All the columns used besides the aggregate functions must be included in the group by class. The group by class does not support the use of column aliases. Okay, I forget to mention this. Okay, wait. We'll done with some alias names. Okay, see here we are providing like sum of salary, right? So I don't want to make it as the column. I need to make it as a meaningful name for that. So total salary. See, now I'm using this here, right? Okay, now if I want to sort the data by using total salary column, order by total salary. You are able to sort with the alias name. This is not the actual column of the table. This is the alias name. Okay.
Alias like means like as double function.
You no need to provide any as keyword. You can able to provide as keyword, but it's not mandatory. You can able to provide double quotations when the column name it is showing. So earlier మనము సింగిల్ quotations small letter లో ఇస్తే కానీ ఇక్కడ capital letter లో చూపిస్తుంది. Now see this. If I mention the double quotations, the column name. Okay, so this is giving the error because of the order by class. Now check here. Total sal in the small letter. If I use the double quotations, you will get the same whatever the content you mention in the double quotations, that you will get as is in this place. Okay. Now we done with this order by. Okay, order by class. Now the same thing. ఇక్కడైతే నేను sum of salary అని యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాను. The same way I'm trying to use in having class also. Having total sal greater than 100. Give the error total sal invalid identifier. The alias name can work in the order by class, not with any where. You cannot able to use in this where class as well. Okay, not only for this D number. Okay, now I'm using instead of this order by, so sum of salary greater than. Okay, I'm using like a aggregate function in this. It is working fine. Now I'm trying to use D number in order by class instead of this. You are getting the data, right? Now I'm trying to filter the data using where dnum equal to 10 అంటున్నాను. వేర్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా వర్క్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఓకే, వేర్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా కాలం అలియాసెస్ అనేది వర్క్ అవ్వట్లేదు, రైట్? హ్యావింగ్ క్లాస్ లో కూడా చెక్ చేయి. హ్యావింగ్ d number equals to 10. Here also it is not working. Other than the column aliases works in the order by class, not with any place, any class lo kuda, ఏ class లో కూడా వర్క్ అవ్వదు. alias name అనేది కంపల్సరీ వర్క్ అవ్వదు other than the order by class. Okay, so this is about the classes in Oracle. So we'll meet by tomorrow with functions. The functions will take two days. We'll see. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
సార్ అవి రికార్డెడ్ వీడియోస్ సెండ్ చేయండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
ఓకే బాలాజీ, కన్ఫర్మ్ గా చేపిస్తాను. లాస్ట్ నేను ఇదే రికార్డ్ నేను కట్ చేయకుండా ఉన్నది ఉన్నట్టే నేను డౌన్లోడ్ మీకు అక్కడ అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను. యూట్యూబ్ లో ఇచ్చేస్తాను చూసి.
ఓకే సార్.